Welcome to Surds Level 3, one step in a level by level practice course. Pause the video now, try the problems on the screen, and I'll go through them with you shortly. At the end of the video, you can use the end screen to either practice more at this level or move up to the next one, and you can find topic by topic playlists on the channel homepage. In problem 1, we're simplifying the square root of 14 multiplied by the square root of 3. Now to start, we need to check whether we can simplify either of these two surds individually. And because neither 14 nor 3 can be divided by any of the numbers on our list of square numbers, they can't be simplified. So we can go straight into multiplying. And the way that we multiply surds together is we just multiply the numbers under the square roots together. So the square root of 14 times the square root of 3 just becomes a square root of 14 times 3. And 14 times 3 is 42. So this becomes a square root of 42. We now just need to do a final check to make sure that we can't simplify this any further. And 42 can't be divided by any of the numbers on our list of square numbers, which means that this is simplified. And so the square root of 42 is our final answer to problem 1. In problem 2, we're simplifying 2 root 7 multiplied by 5 root 28. To start, we're going to see whether we can simplify the surds. Now looking at the 7 can't be divided by any of the numbers on our square number list, so we can't simplify that. But 28 can, because 28 can be divided by 4. So this means that we can simplify the square root of 28. So we're going to start by doing that. So we can rewrite the square root of 28 as the square root of 4 times the square root of 7, because 4 times 7 is 28. And because we know that the square root of 4 is 2, this becomes 2 root 7. So going back to the original question, this becomes 2 root 7 multiplied by 5 times 2 root 7. And 5 times 2 root 7 is 10 root 7. So this becomes 2 root 7 multiplied by 10 root 7. To multiply these two together now, we can multiply the numbers outside of the surds first. So 2 times 10 is 20. And now multiply the surds together. Now here, because we're multiplying a surd by itself, all that happens is the square root part disappears and it just leaves the number underneath. So the square root of 7 times the square root of 7 just gives us 7. And because 20 times 7 is 140, our final answer to problem 2 is 140. In problem 3, we're simplifying root 32 times root 32. Now the easiest way to do this is to understand that when you multiply a surd by itself, the square root part disappears and you're just left with the number underneath. So this means that the square root of 32 times the square root of 32 is just 32. And this is our final answer to problem 3. In problem 4, we're simplifying 4 root 2 squared. Now when we square a number, it means we're timesing the number by itself. So 4 root 2 squared means we're taking 4 root 2 and multiplying it by itself. So we're multiplying it by 4 root 2. Now here we can start by multiplying together 4 and 4, which gives us 16. And when we multiply the square root of 2 by the square root of 2, the square root disappears and just leaves us with 2. And 16 times 2 is 32. So our final answer to problem 4 is 32. In problem 5, we're simplifying 3 root 7 minus 1 multiplied by root 28 minus 3. To simplify this, we need to expand these brackets. And if you'd like some extra support on expanding brackets in general, please take a look at the link in the top right corner now, where you can find a link to my expanding brackets course. Back to the question, to expand these brackets, what we'd like to do is multiply together the first two terms. Now we can multiply them together as they are here, but 7 times 28 is going to give us quite a big number under that surd. So instead, what I'm going to do is try and simplify one of them. Now 7 can't be divided by any of the numbers on our list of square numbers, but 28 can, because 28 is the same as 7 times 4. So we can write the square root of 28 as the square root of 4, which is on our list of square numbers, multiplied by the square root of 7. And because the square root of 4 is 2, this becomes 2 root 7. So we can now rewrite our brackets as 3 root 7 minus 1 multiplied by 2 root 7, replacing the root 28, minus 3. And now we can expand. So we're going to start with 3 root 7 times 2 root 7. Well, 3 times 2 is 6. And root 7 times root 7 gives us 7, because whenever we times a surd by itself, the square root part disappears and it just leaves a number underneath. So we have 6 times 7. Next, 3 root 7 multiplied by minus 3 gives us minus 9 root 7, because 3 times minus 3 is minus 9. Next, we're going to do minus 1 times 2 root 7, which is minus 2 root 7. And finally, minus 1 times minus 3 becomes plus 3, with the two minuses becoming a plus when we multiply them. Now going back to the first term, 6 times 7 is 42. This becomes 42 minus 9 root 7. Now we can't simplify the root 7 anymore because no numbers on our list of square numbers can divide into 7, and that's exactly the same for our minus 2 root 7. And we also have that plus 3 at the end. To finish off, we can now simplify by collecting together the like terms. So we have 42 plus 3. This gives us 45. And minus 9 root 7 minus 2 root 7 gives us minus 11 root 7, because minus 9 minus 2 is minus 11. So 45 minus 11 root 7 is our final answer to problem 5.